What's going on, audience dudes? Hope you like that little Bill and Ted intro. Today we are talking about the family-friendly Psychos in Love, and it was originally distributed by Wizard Video, I believe, in 1987, and now you have the Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome with the original cover art. Has a reversible sleeve. I prefer the original version, and I just watched this for the first time just a few days ago, and I'm here to tell you all about it. Psychos in Love is part slasher, part sex comedy, part faux documentary, and I really didn't expect that last part. The movie starts sort of doing this mock interview, and you don't hear the interviewer, but it's the main character speaking into the camera, and I immediately thought, wow, whoa, is this a documentary angle on this? It looks like that's what they're going for, and this keeps up throughout the film, but there are many points in which we leave that behind and get more into the story and the narrative, and then it comes back a little bit. So it never distracted me and it never pissed me off. I'm not a huge fan of fake documentaries or mockumentaries, whatever you want to call them, but Psychos in Love is an exception. I like the opening title of this movie, the font, and then the crazy laughter echoing behind it. I just set such a cool tone for what kind of film this is going to be. The main character owns a strip club. He meets a girl, and one of the first things they bond through is their hatred for grapes. And there is a great speech about their hatred for grapes, and it's repeated here and there throughout the film, and I love that. That's one of those things I want to memorize and repeat. It's a lot of fun. They both realize that they enjoy killing people, and they bond over that, and then you get to see it play out in their relationship, like, how do they want to kill people? How do they want to kill people together? If there's seduction involved, what's too far? Where do you draw the line? And it all plays out. This isn't the movie that I expected. I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way. It's just that I remember staring at this cover art in College Park Video so many times, just wondering, what is this film about? There's a lot of sick humor in it. Obviously, there's a ton of violence, but it's all done in a very fake way, and those of you who have watched a lot of 80s horror know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not like the special effects work on John Carpenter or anything, and I'm not knocking the special effects in Psychos in Love. I'm just making it clear that nothing hit me in a way that made me just like want to turn away from the screen. I don't remember, maybe there was a moment or two of that, but for me, and maybe I've just seen so much, it just didn't affect me in that way. Staring at that cover art, though, you would think it would be like that. One of the special features on the Blu-ray is an interview with the main character, the male character. I guess he went to a Psychos in Love screening, and he was met like with the praise of a rock star, and it was interesting just to see, you know, his fond memories with the film. So definitely check that out if you buy the Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray. This is an extremely low-budget film. I actually did a blind purchase of this at Spooky Empire back in October 2018. I just got around to watching it, and I have a lot of fun watching these films. You know, I want to go back, and there were some other movies I purchased and have just had in my catalog, just a few that I'd never seen before, and I'd like to go revisit those because I remember staring at the cover art as a kid and just wondering what that film was going to be like, and I really want to go and watch those movies for the first time, and maybe we'll get back and I can report on them. But I thought that this would make a good vintage views. If you're a fan of slasher movies, definitely give this a watch. If you enjoy sort of those direct-to-video VHS movies, definitely check this out. I mean, you have a good idea of what Vinegar Syndrome is putting out on Blu-ray now. This definitely can go right with their catalog, no problem. And it does have a strong cult following behind it. You can totally see why. It's almost like a precursor to Natural Born Killers, which is one of my all-time favorite movies, and I think one of the best films ever made. If you enjoy Natural Born Killers and you want to see a more scaled-down flick that's not sort of experimenting with all this different stock, all these different film stocks and everything, I think Psychos in Love would be a lot of fun. You see, this movie is self-aware. It knows it's in a movie. Some of the characters at points even make it known that they're aware that they're in a film. So it's just having a lot of fun. There's a lot of self-parody going on. It's just one of those movies, there's another serial killer who's out there, and there is cannibalism, a lot of that in this film as well. and eventually they do cross paths. This guy, I think he's a plumber, he's off doing his own thing. This couple is off doing their own thing. And then in the final act, they cross paths, and that's really interesting. And even then, they're just being goofy. So if this sounds like your cup of tea, check out Psychos in Love. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this movie. There's a lot to like here, but it's for a certain taste. If you have any doubts about what I've said at all, I promise this isn't for you. But for the rest of you out there, check out Psychos in Love and let me know what you think. When did you originally see this film? I know I'm late to the party here, and it's a cool discovery. So leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about Psychos in Love. Do you have a copy of the Blu-ray? Do you have the awesome VHS tape for it? And let me know. Like the video, punch that subscribe button so you can stay inside the mind of a movie maniac.